On the Sean Payton Show. The Saints are the NFC South Division champs and 12-0 after one of the most memorable and wild games of the season. We're taking you back to Washington. Plus, Billy Miller goes one-on-one with Robert Meacham. And this latest Inside the Locker Room, the wide receiver takes us inside those critical and crazy plays.
The ball popped out, and I just ran it in after that.
Also ahead, Usama Young returns to his hometown. And only our cameras are right there with him and his family.
Football has always been his passion.
Trust us, Saints fans. These stories you won't want to miss. Atlanta's next on deck. Get ready for Coach's take on the team and much more. This is your only all-access look at the 12-0 Saints. The Sean Payton Show starts right now.
Let's go! The Sean Payton Show, presented by Circle K. What else do you need?
Hello, everyone. We clinched the NFC South title. Now we're off to Atlanta.
We've got a lot to cover this show. Coach 12-0, NFC South champs. It was a wild win in Washington. You guys are getting so much media attention right now. How are you keeping your team focused for the week-to-week games and challenges?
I think one of the things our players do a great job with, and this is a credit to their leadership, is they're able to handle the one-week approach at a time. And I think that the only game we can win, and the focus is so short in a work week that it has to be on the next opponent. So I think really our players have done a great job all year, not just this week, but in the weeks past, of understanding the focus is strictly now Atlanta. And that's the only way. In a long season like this, it's tough.
Well, I want to congratulate you on something. You are the first coach in team history to win 2 division titles, so that's just fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you. I've been fortunate to have had a great coaching staff and a lot of key players that have been here since the Katrina season. So we just keep working. The fans have been fantastic, and we're not done yet.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I like to hear. Now, before we get you set for Atlanta, we know you want to see it again. We're taking you back to the thrilling victory over the Redskins.
Right there. Hail to the Redskins. Who dat?
We travel on the road with the Saints because we love them.
The Redskins are playing for pride. The Saints are playing for perfection, a division title, and playoff seeding. If there was ever a time for the Saints to shut down an opponent's running game, this is it. Campbell from the shotgun, throws short underneath to his tight end, touchdown. Fred Davis runs to the near pylon and takes it in for the score. From the shotgun, Brees has all sorts of time. Going to throw deep. Colston wide open, touchdown. 40-yard touchdown strike. Campbell throwing it out to the near side, and this will be taken in for the touchdown. Brees, double pump, still can't find anybody. Retreats, throws it downfield into a crowd, and that is going to be intercepted. Coming up with it is Kareem Moore. Kareem Moore is going to have the ball taken away from him by Meacham. Meacham stole the ball. 10-5, touchdown Saints. My goodness. Snap placement, kick is up, and it is no good. And the Saints still have life. Brees out of the shotgun. Looks again. Steps up. Throws deep down the middle. There's Meacham. Meacham in stride. Down to the 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Robert Meacham. What a day he has had. Drew Brees on a 53-yard strike. And this team has come back from the dead. Saints coming off the corner. Campbell steps up. Oh, yeah, it's intercepted by Vilma. He's coming up the sideline. He stepped out of bounds. This is going to be the Saints ball. Campbell going to throw short again. And the ball comes free. It's on the ground. This is the Saints football. So here's the field goal attempt by Hartley. And it is good. Let's go home, everybody, as 12-0 champions of the NFC South and still unbeaten in one of the greatest victories in Saints history.
NFL 2009.
It's a wonderful feeling. It's a blessing.
It feels good.
It's unbelievable.
A lot of people who've been in this team since the beginning of Sean Payton appreciate where we are now because of the struggles we have to go through the last few years.
I think something very special is going on here.
Looking back at last week's win against Washington on Sunday, there are a number of specific plays that we could point to that ended up resulting in us winning the football game. But the easy two that we're going to put on the screen both involve wide receiver Robert Meacham. The first play, I think all of you would expect, is the amazing fumble recovery strip touchdown on a third down play. So let's take a peek at this from the wide copy, and you'll see where Robert Meacham is at the bottom of the screen. He's working just a little in cut. Drew does a great job scrambling, and he ends up throwing the ball down the field. Shockey's the intended receiver on the scramble. Kareem Moore picks it up at this time, but watch Robert Meacham's effort right here. He fronts up the ball carrier. He looks like one of our defenders. He gets the strip, and then this is all effort. It was a huge play for us right before the half that allowed us to tie the game. The next play is a little bit more in line to his job description. This is right at the end of regulation. Washington's just missed a field goal, and we're going to run a little play where Shockey runs what we call a turn route. Robert Meacham normally runs a deep end behind that turn, and we call that principle domino. Over on the weak side, you're going to see a go. You're going to see Colston run what we call a flutie, and the back is going to check his protection and work to the flat. If Drew gets a certain coverage, he works over here, and Meacham's the primary. In this game plan, one of the things we tried to do is isolate on safety LaRon Landry, who we think is a very good football player and a very aggressive player. So the idea on this was to give them the illusion of this domino and then double move Robert Meacham by the safety. The throw's perfect by Drew, and most importantly, when you watch something like this, it takes a lot of time from a protection standpoint. Our offensive line does a great job. We're in the final 2 minutes of a game. It's a pivotal point and obviously a key moment for us to tie the game. Right now, you're going to see Meacham set the play up. It looks like he's running a deep end, and then he puts his foot in the ground and goes by the safety. This is a big play for us. Obviously, it led to the score and put this game into overtime. Watch Drew Brees with his eyes, and watch him actually pump the deep end right here. The ball's down the field. Robert makes the catch, and we get behind the defense. Two certainly big moments in our win against Washington, and that was a big reason, along with a number of other plays, that we were able to pull this win out.
We're going one-on-one with Meacham later in the show. Right now, let's put the spotlight on Garrett Hartley, who kicked the winning field goal. It's this week's Little Lanyap. Garrett Hartley took the starting job from John Carney in the game against the Skins. In his first start this season, Hartley was 4 for 5 on field goals, including the game winner from 18 yards. The road game to Washington took Usama Young back to his roots. We spent the weekend with his family in his hometown. The trip brought back a lot of memories, including Young's journey to the NFL and that Super Bowl commercial starring Young and his dad.
This is where it started at the Ketter-Lago Boys Club.
Yep, this is Usama, number 40 here at Gail Sayers' number. Usama's about 9 years old.
Getting awards there.
Yep, little guy, little pee-wee player. You know, this is where it all started.
My name is Leroy Young, and I'm the father of Usama Young, cornerback with the New Orleans Saints.
Remember that track meet?
The track meet, yeah.
Well, see, he had 3 older brothers, and all of them played football. So he wanted to play football when he wasn't even ready to play football. He was like 4 or 5 years old. Dad, I want to play football. I say, son, you're just too young right now. So I kept him out till he was about 7 or 8 years old. And when I let him loose, he was like a madman when he got to play. I mean, he was just dangerous.
He just had a knack where if somebody was 5 or 10 yards ahead of him, someone was going to run him down. He just had that inner strength. He had a gift.
And that was the end of the high school, and we're
Kent State.
Kent College.
Yeah, this is his scholarship offer.
One thing I tried to do with all of my sons was to make them coachable, to have the attitude that they could learn from somebody. They had to respect somebody who was teaching them. When Osama was first drafted, I went up to Sean Payton and I introduced myself and I said, I'm Osama's father. I, really appreciate the job you're doing. You have a good kid under your belt right now. You just guide him and he'll play for you, He recognized something in Osama because he's kept him on the team for 3 years now.
Okay, yeah. He was carrying somebody's uniform. Look whose uniform he got. Mike McKenzie and Roman Hopper. As mad as he can be, too.
He's playing behind a guy named Darren Sharper. So, he's gleaning a lot of information about how to play that position from him. To see Sean Payton handle my son the way he has is remarkable in itself. We're living in a time now where families are really being torn apart and a lot of men don't have fathers that are there with them. I was fortunate to have the desire to want to be there for my sons.
It takes a village to raise a child.
That's right.
This is the village.
Yeah.
This is the village.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. All right now.
I love all of y'all. And Osama loves all of you too. We're just thankful. And we thank y'all for coming to just commemorate this. All right, y'all ready to go to the game? Yeah! Who that? Who that? Who that?
I didn't even know when he was younger that he had the dream of going to the NFL. Kept it to himself, he didn't tell anybody. And he just dreamed it, and when it finally happened, it's a dream come true.
I'm surprised my pops with the hat, too. I think you're gonna like that. Yeah, I think you're gonna like that, man. Cousins, uncle, aunt, everybody here, man. I don't know where my pops at, though. Good game! Surprise, though.
Great, I want that.
Nah, check it out, though.
Oh, NFC South.
Check out the year, 2009. Yeah, we just got that.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man.
That's for Dad. That's for Dad. Oh, yeah.
I always dreamed I'd be playing in the NFL.
And now you are. It's a dream come true.
Osama said,
and now I'm in the Super Bowl.
And I said, son,
it's just a commercial, son.
And then Osama said, wait till next year. But they cut that part out. But now, they might have a chance to go all the way. That would really put the icing on the cake, huh? If they went to the Super Bowl, that would be an even awesome story. I know y'all will see me again if that happened.
We still have lots of can't-miss action ahead. Up next, our one-on-one with Robert Meacham. Find out about the wide receivers' big game and much more in this week's Inside the Locker Room. Don't go anywhere. The Sean Payton Show will be back in a flash.
The Sean Payton Show is brought to you by the Louisiana Lottery. Get in the game. Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. And by PenskeTruckRental.com.
Coach Edwards, the Coors Light Silver Ticket promotion is back. How do you play?
You play to win.
Right, so you start with some cold Coors Light, then you
play to win the game.
Yes, agreed. We were just wondering, do you go online? Do you enter a code?
Hello? You play to win the game.
Look for the official entry code inside special packs of Coors Light for your chance to win NFL tickets.
Do you ever play to lose the game?
Get out.
You get out.
It's the Holiday Scratch-Offs from the lottery. Money Tree went up to $100,000. Gifts went up to $12,000. And happy holidays. Fun to give, fun to get.
You need a reason to smile.
Hey, you're late.
But I brought friends.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
Hi.
Hi.
You got enough stuff?
Yeah. Got it. else do you need?
Touchdown!
Hi, it's Coach Sean Payton of the New Orleans Saints. How would you like to ride with me in the Orpheus Parade? You can if you join the crew of Payton. Join me, Reggie Bush, Bobby Hebert, and a host of other celebrities for a thrill of a lifetime. We'll ride together in the Orpheus Parade, dance the night away at the Orpheus Ball, and you'll join the crew of Payton for our pregame party February 12th at the Mardi Gras World. With only 40 positions available on this float, call the number on your screen, 214-529-6681. Let's play it forward.
Some old habits are hard to break. Some old habits keep us from seeing that there is a better way. But one old habit is easy to break. Weeknights, turn the channel to Fox 8 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Nancy Parker.
And I'm John Snell.
There you'll find New Orleans' only full hour of local news, weather, and sports. And there you'll find a new home. At our home, you're always welcome. Fox 8 News is Louisiana's home team.
Welcome back, Saints fans. It's time to take you inside the locker room.
This week's guest is a special one, Robert Meacham. And who better to get the inside story than our very own Billy Miller?
Welcome back to the locker room. It's me, Billy Miller, and this week I have a very, very, very special guest, Robert Meacham. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Man, let's talk a little about this game that you just had.
It's a blessing, you know. I'm just out there having fun now, you know. They throw me the ball, I try to make a big play. Guy interception, I try to strip him and score a touchdown. I know we needed it at the time, and I don't know what made it go through my head at the time, but it just did it, and I just tried it. It worked, so we won.
You know, it's crazy, man. I don't know about you, but as an offensive player, you always think about, like, man, if we ever threw a pick or something happened, I'm going to strip the dude and score a touchdown. But normally, like, I get blindsided and, like, knocked out or something, and it never quite goes that way. But that play in particular, man, for you, it kind of just set up perfectly.
Well, as he was running towards me, my thing was, I'm saying, he's got 3 blockers.
Coming up with it is Kareem Moore.
If I can get knife between these 3 blockers and get to him, I might got a chance of stripping the ball because of the way he's carrying it.
Gonna have the ball taken away from him by Meacham. Meacham stole the ball.
I got close enough to him, and right before he got ready to fall, the ball popped out, and I just ran it in after that.
10-5, touchdown Saints. My goodness.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know, all my family's there, and that's where I learned the tricks in the trade. You know, I actually grew up on a farm. You know, my dad's side of the family is cowboys, and everything we did, you know, pretty much was outside in the fields. You know, I learned how to do a lot of stuff out there.
In high school, from my understanding, you were a pretty good, I was going to say phenomenal, but I'm going to say pretty good basketball player.
That was my first love, actually. But I didn't take it as serious as I should have because I had a lot of friends that I grew up with only played one sport, and that was basketball. So I figured if I'd be like Jason Kidd out here and just distribute the ball to them, they might get a chance or a shot, because I knew I had a shot in football. And I tried to do my best to get them the ball, and a lot of times I was like, you know, you had a little regret, like, if I just took this a little bit more serious, I might be in the NBA, or, you know, who knows.
Pause. Did you say I might be in the NBA if I took it more seriously?
I played against all the greatest.
Give me 2 greats.
Chris Paul and LeBron James.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up now because that was pretty impressive. I appreciate it, man. Thanks
Appreciate
for joining
you having me.
Congratulations, man. That was a phenomenal game. Keep it rolling, because I need some silverware, I need some rings, I need something on these fingers that I can't really talk about, but I need y'all to go get it for me. So keep playing the way you're doing, man. You're doing a phenomenal job, and I appreciate it.
I appreciate you for having me, and I do my best to try to get you a few more rings on your finger.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot for joining us. Join me next week. We'll have another phenomenal player, and we'll keep this ball rolling. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Billy. We know what New Orleanians think about the Saints, but what's the rest of the nation saying? What better place to look than the nation's capital? That story is next. Plus, Coach gives us his plan for the Falcons.
Hi.
In Garage 6.
I'm Greta Van Sessa, the Fox News Channel, here at FedEx Field, where the Saints are taking on the Washington Redskins. But, Coach, I want to know, how are you going to tame those dirty Atlanta Falcons, those dirty, rotten birds? It's going to be 2 in a row. What's the answer to how you're going to beat them?
Greta, thanks for the question. We have a big challenge this week going to Atlanta, where Mike Smith and his Falcons have only lost 2 games in 2 years there. One of the things that we've got to pay close attention to on offense is Atlanta's ability to blitz the linebackers and to force Drew Brees in the pocket off of his spot. This area right behind the quarterback is the most important area for us in our pass protection. We've got to find a way to keep that protected, especially against this team. One of the stunts and dogs that they like to utilize is they will stunt the defensive lineman inside, and you'll see this take place. And then the linebackers will run 1 and 2 respectively right behind, trying to get to this spot and force Drew Brees either a sack or a hurry and get pressure up in the pocket. They do a great job with their linebacker pressures, and I would say offensively it's one of the main things we've got to work on all week, doing a better job than we did really last Monday night when we played them in the Superdome. So watch this cross dog that Atlanta likes to utilize on any down and distance. 19 snaps the last time we played them. Once again, you're going to see a hard stunt by the defensive tackle inside. You'll see this linebacker here shoot this B gap, and you'll see the Mike linebacker here wrap around and hit this C gap. The whole idea is to disrupt the timing of our quarterback and our passing game. The next area that we got to really work on in this game plan is eliminating the big plays. And you'll see at the top of the screen one of the better receivers in our league, Roddy White. Atlanta last season led the league in big plays, passing plays and running plays. So we've got to do a better job defensively of minimizing the big threats down the field. Here is just going to be a simple go route. Roddy White uses his speed. There's a little bump at the end of the play, but it was a great throw by the quarterback and a great catch by their receivers. 5-step drop. He's got a big arm. The ball's put in a perfect location. He's smart enough to feel the pressure, so he gets the pressure and the ball comes out. But watch the location of this throw. It's right over the outside shoulder of the receiver. So you see this long ball come in at just the right spot, which makes it really hard to defend. The result here is a big touchdown, and this is something the Atlanta Falcons have done and do very well. So obviously protecting Drew Brees and keeping the big plays to a minimum are part of this week's Payton's plan.
As the push to the playoffs continues, so does our coverage. We have a new on-air member of the SPS squad to introduce you to, Blair Arvin. We sent her into burgundy and gold territory to get some outsider opinions on our black and gold.
Thanks, guys. We are here at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. It is a cold but no doubt gorgeous night. Now, here's the deal. On the eve of the big game, as the team rested, we decided to hit the town to see what people are saying about them Saints.
Saints. I'm not going to say it too loud right now, but I gotta know, are you a fan of them at all? Is that even possible to say?
Yeah, I'm a fan. I can appreciate what they're doing this year.
Growing up, when we were playing football, you know, you have to choose teams. If I couldn't be the Packers, I'd be the Saints.
At this point, I got to root for the Saints.
I think it's a magical season. I think they're going to go undefeated.
Drew Brees is my fantasy quarterback. He's my man.
Give me a high five on that.
All right.
The whole country is cheering for the Saints, obviously.
How do you rate the offense and the defense? Because clearly you follow them.
Yeah, I would say the offense, probably number one. The defense, now they're getting healthy.
I'd have to give them a 10.
They may as well be the exact same team as the Patriots from 2007.
You know I gotta ask this. Are the Saints going to the Super Bowl?
I'd like to see the Saints win the whole freaking thing. Yeah, I would.
I wish them the absolute best of luck, but I just don't see it happening all the way to the Super Bowl. It looks like they are going to go to the Super Bowl.
Go Saints!
All right, we had a lot of fun in there talking to all those football fans about the black and gold. That wraps up our night. We'll see you later.
Thanks, Blair. Coming up on the Sean Payton Show, and the celebration continues. Saints fans at it again, crowding the airport to welcome back the 12-0. We'll take you to the scene.
Come by the official.
You get out.
You want to go to Italy?
Forget about it.
Come to Metairie.
Right over here.
Experience Impostato's fine Italian dining, the cozy atmosphere, great prices. Right here in Metairie.
Whatever you want.
The food, the fun, the friends, unforgettable.
Okay, don't forget about it.
Call and reserve your VIP seats now.
We'll fill up early.
Impostato's, Italy in Metairie.
Bring the whole family.
You won't forget about it.
All right, Coach, the march to the playoffs continues, but right now the focus is on those Dirty Birds. Atlanta is 6-6, and their backs are against the wall trying to get into the playoffs. So you know they're going to come out swinging.
This has been a team, Angie, that's played very well at home for Mike Smith. They've only lost 2 games in 2 years, and they gave us fits last year. So we know they're going to be prepared. We know they're coming off a tough loss against the Eagles last week. We're going to have to play our best game.
Well, of course, we're going to be in Atlanta to capture all of that behind-the-scenes actions for you. But right now, we leave you with a look at the latest fan frenzy as the black and gold returned home from the nation's capital.
Enjoy the game. We'll see you next week.
What can you say about the Saints? We are perfect.
Come and see our boys. I don't care how cold it is.
They had me nervous a little bit, but I made it through. The Saints did it, and we love the Saints. Go Saints!
All the way, right there, look. That's where we at, right there. It's 12-0, baby!
Boy, shocking! He's a shocking man!
The Sean Payton Show, presented by Circle K. What else do you need?